colleagues, even former colleagues.
You can't blame these people when they make such decisions.
No,
If I've been, out of work for 3-4 years, or I was in school, I was promised to get posted after school, and now I've been sitting home for 3 years.
Yeah.
If another opportunity comes, I will run.
The reality is that we've created a situation where in the minds of these young people, we've told them that if we train them through these training institutions, they'll get jobs. But they're not going to get the jobs because we just don't have the fiscal space to be able to accommodate their wages and other emoluments that they will be entitled to. These are big issues. Look, there are teachers in this country who are owed arrears, 2014, 2015, and they've not been paid still. There are teachers who have completed training colleges, they've not been posted. And these are concerns within the ranks of especially those who are the basic level teaching or other aspects of the education ladder, pre-tertiary education. And then there are others who are supposed to be promoted, but because, I don't know why, maybe we can't pay their emoluments or their salaries following that upgrade or promotion, they haven't been put on those pegs. And there are brewing tensions on the ground. But I know that the Minister of Education, Dr. Yareduchum, is doing so much work. And I particularly love his policy on science, technology, and then engineering and mathematics, because that's the sure way by which we can develop. And we just need to make sure that we create the fiscal space for that, so that his great ideas, the great ideas of Dr. Yareduchum, will also manifest in he managing the ministry and being able to accommodate these teachers on the payroll, and then they'll get onto the classroom or into the classroom and be able to teach,
My worry, and especially for the health sector, would be the fact that we still have certain communities that do not have hospitals, they do not have polyclinics, they may not even have either a doctor, a nurse, or any, within the community. They have to travel outside of their community and jurisdiction just to seek help, when it comes to their health. And for me, that's a major problem. What are we doing? And we've been paying lip service for far too long. We don't have enough doctors and nurses and health professionals in the sector.
Sure.
They are washed out, they are burned out, call it what you may, and yet we always come back to this conversation about brain drain, the fact that we don't have the fiscal space to accommodate their emoluments. But what are we doing to expand, to ensure that as much as we're churning out a lot of nursing graduates, doctors and all that, there's some space for them to be posted immediately, because Ghanaians need it and we don't have it. If I fall sick, the chances of me as a regular Ghanaian dying is very high, because even in the capital city, they tell you that even to get an ambulance, you must make sure you book the bed. And that's a fact, that's reality. People are facing it. And aside that, how sure are you that you're even going to get a health professional to be there to attend to you if you come from those remote areas? It's a major problem. I'm tired of them constantly saying, oh, we're doing what we can. We can't see the results on the ground. And we are voting all of you in to ensure that you change the system. So far, I don't think that we've done enough. And it's quite unfortunate, if you ask me.
And these are some of the things when you say, they tend to construe it to mean that, well, you're speaking the mind. You're speaking the mind of the opposition. So you're NDC or you're somebody who doesn't like government. But that's not true. I mean, we'll have friends within the rank and file of the ruling MPP and government as well, because, I mean, we work closely with each other. And so no matter what we think, it doesn't mean that the views that we espouse here and then the way we do the interactions or the interviews are in any way our own. We also are living in the society. And whatever content it is that we generate should also reflect what the society is thinking.
Exactly.
If you want to think differently, other than what the majority of the society thinks, fine. For example, there's this refrain that is always coming around from government communicators, that you take the debt to GDP ratio at 2016 or 2017 and you compare it to today, percentage terms. Yeah, of course, in percentage terms, that's a percentage that's lower. But in real terms, the value is still not the same. Over 300 billion cannot be the same.
It is not.
And so if questions are being asked of you, and that is also being used as criticism against you, you accept that, but you have corrective ways by which you respond. What happened to making sure that you engage stakeholders and you have ways by which you can also feed them by way of information and whatever it is? But Charlie Ghana, you can't satisfy everybody.
It's a major
Yeah,
problem. But
you can't
anyway,
satisfy everybody.
well, 2 days ago, we heard from former Trade Minister Alan Tremonti.
Yeah. You mean GTP?
Well, GTP, yes, the GTP man. I think literally that's what we'll be calling him now. Or NATO. Professor NATO. and when we come back, we'll read some messages.
Talk only.
Yes, we'll read some messages. Yesterday, we put up a poll asking people who they would go for within the NPP if there should be, a primary election for the the presidential candidate, basically. And we got some comments, quite a number of them. So when we get back, we'll get into that.
I'll be waiting. Sit like a professional.
Why? How are you sitting before?
I'm professional.
There's an unprofessional way
of sitting, yeah.
How is that? I didn't notice. If you can show us.
Charlie, don't mind me. Let's move on.
Anyway,
so you put up a post.
Yes, yesterday. So this was on the back of, the official launch of Honorable Alan Tremonti's campaign to run for president, if he should be elected within the NPP to lead them. And so I decided to put up a poll because over time we've heard names of people who are interested. Of course, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, even though he has not officially stated, we are all aware that he has interest in running for president and succeeding President Akufo-Addo. But we've also had names like Honorable Kennedy Ejipong, who has also said that he wants to run for president. We're hearing the grapevine that a Greek minister...
He's made it public.
He has, actually. Exactly. Yeah. A Greek minister as well. He hasn't also made it official, but we know he's resigned, and we're all waiting for the next, step. But we've seen posters and billboards of him in some parts of Ghana, asking people to vote for him to be president. So I decided to put it up and ask people who they think amongst these people is best to represent the NPP in 2024. And in fact, on Facebook, I added a few more people as well. We know Kojo Poku, energy analyst, also indicating his interest in running for president. So we added him as well.
Did you add him? Okay.
Oh, yes. He's part of it.
He should be winning, no?
He should? For the NPP?
Because if you see, Kojo Poku there.
What would be a reason for thinking he should win?
I think there's a generational connect. And then also, if you look at his ability to be able to have a widened horizon of knowledge spanning from entrepreneurship, the business community, energy, and then also, his experiences growing up as a young man in Kumasi. He's also well-traveled. He's lived in the UK, etc., and also has had wide business connections across the globe. So I believe that he has a great chance. And then more so, he has this great media savvy relationship. I have to admit. There's no day you call Kojo Poku and say, Kojo Poku, please, can I have this interview with you? So that relationship should count for something. It also means that as far as that relationship is concerned, would also mean that you have a good relationship with the media. Yeah. And so that goodwill should be there.
Should be there.
Yeah, Kojo Poku.
Well, let's see what people have to say. But if you can just click on the last photo, because then it gives us a clear indication of who else is a part of this. So we have the former Greek minister, Honorable Kennedy Ejipong. We have Kojo Poku. We also have Mr. Jogate, and yes, we're told that he also has interest in running. Mr. Kwabena Ejipong is a Ghanaian engineer and also former General Secretary for the NPP, also has indicated he's interested in running. And so who is it likely to be? We also have former, I think, Energy Minister, Honorable Jakun. Also, we're getting an indication that he might be interested in running. But what do people... He is, right? Yeah, okay. Interested. What do people think about this?
You haven't been giving those messages, bulk messages before?
No, I haven't received any. So he's already sending bulk messages?
Maybe you're not on his contact list.
Probably. Sure. Yeah. Oh, so that comes directly from his contact?
His team.
His number? Yes. Oh, his team?
Yes.
What do they usually say?
Oh, sometimes they're wishing you maybe Christmas or giving you some goodwill message on a holiday, or if it's, let's say, a particular notable commemorative period or day, you're also giving some message.
I see.
I mean,
I haven't
just
received that
giving you a top of the mind awareness of his brand and his personality that he's around.
Interesting. Anyway, so we asked you what you thought about all these people and who you think is best positioned to lead the MPP. Let's go on social media and take a look at the comments. We'll start off with Facebook. And Samuel Akwesi Che says, I'll choose Mr. Alan Chamantin because of his practical experience in industrialization agenda. The Ghanaian youth need jobs to do and cash in their pockets. Hashtag AFA. I'm not sure what AFA actually means. Roland, do you have any idea?
AFA.
Or maybe like it's a done deal for him.
Yes.
Probably. Okay. Asiedu Kalimesa.
Is it Alan for? I think he mentioned
all.
something.
Alan for all.
Yeah, I think something.
Maybe.
Like
Oh, okay. Asiedu Meshak says Kennedy Japan is the best choice for Ghana. At this point, Ghana needs a radical leader, not some hypocrites. Okay, that generated 11 responses. Yeah, Robinho says DMB, next to lead, best to lead, and that is Dr. Mahmoud.
But you know, he has BMW as well. Baumia must
win.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what.
BMW. So we have GTP, we have BMW. What's next? We wait to see. Hey, the way they see Baumia's name, they're serious.
I'm told there's one called Atupa. I don't know how that.
Atupa.
You finish. I'm going to look for it.
Please do, because we need to understand what that means. Hey, the way they see Baumia's name, they're serious. So it's like Ghanaians will never learn any lesson. Ayo, you people should vote for them again. Why? Ishmael says, Apu, the same people. All these guys are the longer version of President Nana Addo. Esiama says, Kennedy Japan. Al-Hassan Lukman Suini says, if they have any potential, they should help President Akufo-Addo now and forget about the future. Not necessarily forget about the future, but you have a valid point. Of course, they should be helping the current government to become better. But you know that a number of them have had issues with government. We've heard 2 of them have also resigned at this point, so they're on their own. Evangelist Odro Isaac says, Dr. Friakoto, please, I beg you in the name of God. I don't seem to understand what this message really means. Are you saying he should run, he shouldn't run? Which is which? We'll leave it there. Richard Williams, Tapa, I would choose Kennedy Japan any day. He isn't a conventional politician. He speaks his mind and he speaks the truth. But is that enough to lead, a whole country? I leave that up to you to decide. Beduma Elisha says, honestly, Kennedy Japan will make a better president than the rest whose pictures appear here. At least he will instill discipline and ward of corruption, which is the bane of the NPP. Abdul Majid Suleimana says, I believe Honorable Kennedy Japan will be good for Ghana. Kwabena Japan is the best candidate and a good president. This is the first time we're seeing Kwabena Japan's name in the comments. This is from Isaac Ishan. Good luck, Elikem Imano. If they actually have any potential, they should use it to help Akufo-Addo. Sark says, they all possess, well, this is Sark GH, not Sarkodie. They all possess the same qualities as Akufo-Addo. Is that a good thing, a bad thing?
Well, that's for those who maybe are critics of the MPP or any of these candidates.
Probably. Enox Bob says Kennedy Japan. Then Jonah Nibi Banima says, I don't see any of them making an impact in the current economy of Ghana, so I won't waste time. Yakubu says, in this current crisis, there's only one man who thought outside the box to bring a policy that will help release Ghanaians, and it's really succeeded in reducing petrol prices. That's gold for oil policy. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Okay.
BMW.
I see.
Baumia must win.
Interesting.
It's there. It's even there.
Oh, BMW. Okay, yes. Any day, anytime, anywhere. Allah. Oh, that's from Malik Yangovich. Okay, I see. Prince Yaboa says Baumia would be my first choice if I should choose. Baumia stands tall. Mumuni. Abdul Razak, let's leave this matter to the MPP delegates alone. We know our choice, even though we love all of them. But it would be nice to let us know what your choice would be, actually. Hadi Musa says, certainly, it has to be Baumia. Wisdom Kojo Nokplim says, let the party shortlist the best 5 as per the constitution. Then we can decide on the best choice for Ghana. As it stands, some people will be dropped after vetting. Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak says, Akoto will do. When he becomes president, we'll be buying plantain at 1 cedi. Where will we be buying that plantain from? Abdullahi Dawuda.
In front of the Jubilee House.
Okay.
When he's president. You know when he was a Greek minister?
He was selling it
in front of his.
So now we'll go and buy no more shooting videos. We'll go and be buying plantain. Akwanadala says that I really bought this MPP party, but if I am to choose, I will go for Dr. Baumia. He didn't tell us why you're obsessed with the party anyway. Abdullah earlier said Alan is the best candidate. Joy says none of them, my dear, but if it really has to, I will say Kennedy Japan. So we've seen a lot more of Bawumia and Kennedy Ejapong as against the other people.
I think they resonate.
Yeah, I think
Kennedy,
so.
Kennedy because of his, the way he is, his personality, his temperament. Yeah.
And Dr. Bawumia because
you could feel that it looks like the average Ghanaian voter wants to see some no-nonsense man.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure that.
I mean,
but we'll say hi again.
Do we need that? I think so. Honestly, to put us all in check.
Yeah, we need somebody who whip us into line.
Exactly.
Despite the democratic process, President Akufo-Addo was supposed to have been that man. I'm not too sure that he's...
I don't think that happens.
I'm not sure he's lived to the bill.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
And he's going to live to that bill until the end of the...
But is Honorable Kennedy Ejapong someone to ensure?
Yeah, because of the way he talks.
Well, but like you said, we thought that President Akufo-Addo was going to do that. He came into power and we saw a different side of him. And so you can't really tell until the person is in that position. That's when you know if they're really who they are or not. But narrow, well, I mean, yes, of course. And that's the
judging by what we're seeing from President Akufo-Addo.
Exactly. So Ore Kuje says their Greek man can go and get plantain for Africa, plantain for all. Why are people mocking their Greek minister? Don't do that. Nana Sari says the right person now is Honorable Dan Botry. Forget the rest.
Damboche? Okay.
Is he interested?
I think it's a very low odd. If you're a bet patron, that would be a very low odd.
You know another disciplined person that I think could bring a change? Engineer Kwabena Ejapong.
Hey, Charlie, champion man.
Yes.
Strict man.
Yes. Very strict. Yes. Yeah. And so if
you could see when he was general secretary.
You could tell. And quite recently he was here in an interview with Johnny, and you could tell from the way he was speaking that
he's always been a no-nonsense man.
Imagine him as president.
I remember...
You dare not litter.
His early years as director of communication or the presidential spokesperson or something like that.
Yeah.
Or press secretary.
Press secretary, yes.
That's more appropriate, the position. Yeah. He was always very strict.
Okay. DMB is the rightful candidate to lead NPP. That's Abdullahi Abdul Baki. And Ebenezer Abobi says another set of problems would be going to choose one problem to come and lead a group of confused citizens with which they don't even know when they're coming. Okay, I'm confused about this. But let's go on to, we'll take a look at the polls because Johnny Hughes put up, a poll yesterday asking.
Yeah, but that's going to close today.
Yes, definitely. Oh, it's not closed yet?
No.
Oh, it's not closed yet. Okay, we'll still take a look at it anyway.
But you can go and vote and we'll see.
If I vote, I should vote on TV. No, why don't you vote?
No, we'll take you off so you vote.
Why don't you vote?
No, we'll take you off.
Maybe you should vote.
Or you
Roland,
take me.
See, I'm busy handling the screen, so you vote now. Then maybe we can go and see what's going to happen. But Dr. King Winter says none of them. I thought I saw Komlan Kluchi. I'm not sure. Okay, what he said. Okay. Well, someone has posted a video of Honorable Kennedy Ejapong. Let's keep it. Kwejo Niba Kwesi says Alan any day, anytime. Roderick says Dr. Bawumia. MB will really disturb the NDC, but considering the cheap talk he's involved himself in during their reign in office, it's not a good record for him this time at all, as it's still fresh in the minds of Ghanaians. Therefore, Alan will be the better candidate this time, as he already has tried. That's from Pacify K. Okay. Nia Fum Tete says, apart from Kennedy Ejapong, regardless of all the minuses with his mannerisms, he's the best candidate amongst the four because he hasn't been part of the executive to mismanage the economy to this extent. He's been very vocal too, not like the hypocrites who now resigned to speak. Okay, none. They have all failed the good people of Ghana. That's Alfred Bakida. And Sadiq Musa says, I will spoil the ballots. The MPP have no business contesting the 2024 elections. They said they are breaking the eight. Why are you saying they have no business
I'm even surprised at Sadiq.
Yeah.
Swadik.
Yeah.
Musa.
It's Swadik.
I've never heard of Swadik before.
Yeah, myself. Amazing Abby says, what change are they bringing to make our lives better? Because the last time I checked, they're all part of the president's team, and we are where we are now. True. I'm not sure why we have the finance minister's picture. Is he going to be running?
I think that should suffice, but while you come and sit down.
Yeah, of course.
And then we'll get our director to vote, and then we'll go to Johnny's page, go and vote there, and then we'll see what the results so far.
Maybe we should.
Johnny, go to Johnny's
the poll that he put up.
Yeah, so he has a poll.
We actually have it on the screen.
Yeah, don't worry. So please take us, and then go and vote on Johnny's page over there. And then you show us what the latest result is. But the poll, no, don't vote on TV. We beg you.
Okay.
Please take me.
Yeah, so
okay,
so close it and vote, and then
so
come
you
back and
vote
let's see
so
the
that
percentage.
we'll see when you vote.
Any
No,
of you?
just click, but don't click on TV.
324 million. Oh, but at least we'll know.
No. 4,000.
what the voting pattern
so far
would
yes.
be like.
Once you vote, you will see the voting pattern, but don't do it on air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but just do it
so
now
that we don't look
without-
unprofessional.
Exactly. Just so we can see what it's like. Why is it taking people long to vote? Is it that you're not sure?
No, don't vote on air.
Is it that you're not sure who you want to vote
All right.
for?
So you know the Atopa.
What does it mean?
Akoto tops all.
What?
2023, unless you people run away.
Wait, what?
No, I'm telling you.
Akoto tops all.
It's their Facebook.
Atupa.
Atopa. Akoto.
Akoto tops all.
It did.
That's
Charles,
the slogan?
and this one was posted by my friend. He was a daily guy. He reports for the presidency. So
Is this coming from-
Charles Techibwedu?
Is it coming from his
I'm sure.
team?
I'm sure that he was just being sarcastic, though. But
Okay, so we're not sure if this is coming from
whether it's
Honorable
real
Akoto's
or
team,
not.
like
But
if
it's
this
on
is
social
their-
media. We're talking social media. I don't know.
This
And
is
that's why I
just-
said.
Well, if they haven't considered it, this would be a very interesting way, to go against. Okay, we
All right.
voted now.
Akoto tops all.
Okay.
Atopa.
Now we can see who is in the lead.
Now
and
let's
who is
see.
not.
We voted, so let's see. You don't
Ah.
have to ask us who we voted
Interesting.
for. Okay.
Wow. There's a markway.
All right. So
Oh, my days. Okay. If you were an NPP delegate, which of these persons would you vote for to
Yeah.
bear the party's flag? So A is Dr. Baumia, Mr. Alan Chamantin, Dr. Osei Akoto, and Mr. Kennedy Ejapong. And Dr. Baumia polled 16.9% as of this morning out of 4,705 votes. Mr. Alan Chamantin is in the lead at the moment with 48%. Dr. Osei Akoto Atupa, 3.9%. Oh, how? Okay, well, we still have a lot of minutes left. And then Mr. Kennedy Ejapong with 31.2%.
Yeah.
So he
So-
comes in second.
yeah. So
Ahead of Dr.
according
Baumia.
to the poll that Johnny Hughes is conducting,
Yes.
it will end by the close of the day
Yeah.
or the next
Probably.
the next 12
300
hours.
minutes, that's a lot.
That's 329 minutes
Yeah.
left. Okay. So this is the poll is ongoing. It's like we're voting on December 7th. So we're having exit polls.
Yeah.
Now, so far, the exit poll result we have, because the voting hasn't closed yet on the handle of Johnny Hughes on Twitter, and this is what we have. So if you know that you're a follower of Alan Chamantin, you should know that, vote in PDD. They're not making noise, right?
They're not.
Yeah. And then
Mr. Kennedy
followed
Japan, are they
closely-
making noise?
Closely.
Yeah.
No, they're not making
No, but
noise.
he's been very vocal.
No, he was vocal, but now that they
He's gone
contest,
quiet.
they talk.
Oh, but we're waiting for him to officially launch his
Yeah,
campaign.
sure.
So is he also going to do the whole fellow Ghanaians?
No, I think he has a different way by which he's undertaking. There are a number of videos, though, of him meeting some MPP delegates. Yes, on social media.
I see.
And he's been telling them, for example, that I remember I watched one 24 hours ago, and he was telling the delegates or whether members of the MPP that none of the candidates or interested persons for the presidential primaries have created jobs before. He has over
Yeah, he said,
7,000.
yes,
You've
workers.
seen.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
And that if any of them could even employ 300 people,
then that's enough to.
he would even
Compete.
consider them. So.
I see.
But
Okay.
but the good thing is that
So his agenda is job creation, I guess.
yeah. So the agenda is agenda, and then he also wants to bring discipline.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
And you know, Alan Chamanti also talked about that.
About discipline, the arrogance of power.
That kind of thing, you know. So
Yeah.
that's the thing that we.
Was that a jab at the president or something? I wasn't
it's-
sure where he was coming
I
from.
think it is, but I'm not too sure about the president. It's about the people around the president and the appointees and those who are in government.
But if you jab his people, you're jabbing him as well because he's the head. And
Yeah.
are you saying that
If
he
you're a good
can't-
math student,
yeah,
yes.
if you're a good math student, I don't know what you make
Or
of it,
algebra.
but yeah. So GTP
Quadratic
Atupa
equations and
BMW.
all
What's
that.
Honorable Kennedy Japan's tagline?
I think I need to go look out for it. It's not trending on social media.
Job for
But
the
what's trending is Atopa.
Atopa.
That is Akoto tops all.
And then GTP, Great Transformational Plan,
Yeah.
aka NATO.
Yes.
Okay.
AKA
Yeah.
AFA.
AFA.
And then also we have Baumia must win. BMW.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
That's trending.
The most exciting, I think, is Atupa. I don't know why.
Oh, please. Akoto tops all. Akoto.
That's interesting. Anyway.
I love that.
Well.
We'll have plantains in front of the Jubilee House.
Did he tell you that?
But going...
Maybe he'll change it. It won't be
again,
plantain.
going by what has happened in the past.
Maybe it'll be something else, not plantain. Maybe snail or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
We'll be crawling at the Jubilee House.
Planting for
to
food
go
and
and catch
jobs.
snails.
All right.
We'll be back. Keep
Certainly.
watching.